Hello, my name is Vaughan Kirby, and I'm an investment immigration attorney based here in San Francisco. And it's been a long time since I've reached out with a video, but I thought today would be a good time. A lot has been happening in EB-5. We know that the filing fees have been raised significantly, but one of the crucial areas you need to pay attention to now is the new sunset date of April 28th. What this means is we have the same law we've had in EB-5 until April 28th, when we expect Congress to act. No one can accurately predict exactly what Congress will do. It is anticipated that the investment amount will increase. We don't know how much, but the predictions are $800,000 for the Regional Center Program and $1.2 million for direct investment. But another important question that has come up recently that I think we need to address is fraud in EB-5. Unfortunately, the media tends to focus on the negative, as we all know. They ignore the thousands of success cases, the thousands of jobs that have been created, the great development that has taken place, and the green cards that our clients and other investors have received. But we hear a lot about fraud, and recently there has been a press release by the SEC about an attorney by the name of Emilio Francisco. Apparently he is accused, and I should point out here that this has not been proven yet. The SEC has merely accused him of these actions. But he's accused of misusing a large portion of the money he raised for EB-5. Now, this is important information, but what do we do with this information? If we learn something, we've got to develop a way to use that information. Now, in earlier videos, I have talked about due diligence. And the fact that if you're going to invest in EB-5, make sure that any project you invest in provides you with independent due diligence. If, as the investors were investing in Emilio's project, they had merely done the first step we do in investigating a project, was to investigate Emilio. The first thing you would do is you would go to the California Bar site, which is calbar.ca.gov, and you would look up his name. If the investors had done that, they would see that he was suspended from practicing law once for discipline, and another time he was placed on probation. For me, this would be enough of a red flag that I would never recommend a client invest in this project. This was such a simple act to do to protect those individual investors, but obviously no one did it, or if they did do it, they didn't take the information seriously. So if you're speaking with a project and they have an attorney, or they have recommended an attorney, or the attorney is behind the project, make sure the first thing you do is go to the website for the state in which that attorney says he is licensed. Now again, in California, you can go to the California Bar. Now, another aspect, if you have an attorney who lists California as his place of business or her place of business, look up and make sure they're licensed in California, because there are attorneys in California that do not hold a California license, and the reason is very simple. They can't or haven't passed the very difficult California bar exam. But because immigration is a federal program, they practice law in immigration, even though they're not licensed in California. But if you want to find out if you have a credible attorney, make sure they're licensed in the state where they practice law. Now, there were probably other aspects of this project, but we would have stopped immediately after we investigated Mr. Francisco. And that's what you should do. You should require independent due diligence. And I recommend that you send my office an email to alana@dkirby.net, and she will provide you with a copy of our due diligence workbook, whether it's an e-copy or if possible, we'll send you a physical copy. This book and earlier videos that we produced outline this due diligence process. Don't depend on someone else. Make sure that you have independent due diligence and that the people you work with are credible. I wish you the best in EB-5. If you're careful, it's the best program. It'll get you a green card, your family a green card, your children a green card, and you'll have a safe investment. I hope this was helpful to you.